Live from the Slackers Sports Bar Studios. This is In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy Jay.
Oh, look at that. We've done it again. We've managed to get ourselves on the air while on the road. It's good. And I just ran over my foot. Ow. Damn it, that hurt. I literally ran over my toe.
Ouch.
Right as we went on.
LG keeps sending them Zells. I'm going to keep showing up.
Oh, yeah. You like that little deposit this morning? Pay for them drinks you had last night in Denver?
You know what? I chilled last night. I'm just tired.
Good, man. How was day one? How's it? God, is it day one or day two? I'm losing track already.
That was 2. Today is 3.
That's cool. How's it going on the beautiful campus of the Air Force Academy? You having a good time?
Awesome. Yeah, man. I mean, it's Air Force. So,
How's the
there's different. Better. Yesterday
Good.
was a lot better.
Oh, good. Yeah, you said 2 weeks. I think it took me about 2 days.
Yeah, I'm
But
fine
even then,
now.
though, it depends on what you're doing. So Rudy is in Denver, Colorado, where he's getting ready to go to Air Force Academy again, which is how far is that drive?
It's a good drive from here. So, right when we're off, I'm out.
Oh, damn. Okay, well, let's get to it then.
Yeah.
I don't want to. You can't be late to it. The military will get pissed and kick you out if you're not on time.
No, I'm the talent. I can be a little late.
Oh, shit. Oh, damn. Okay, then. LG, am I squared away? Sorry, I should have been better prepared. We good here? That work? Cool.
It's close enough.
Close enough. Okay.
You were talking about the hellscape when I got on.
Yeah. We're just so yeah. I mean, it's like
You get it figured out.
It's best to rent a car. Like any people, like I said, I should start like a travel agency for Texans going to Hawaii.
Right.
Because I know where all the local spots are and cool things to do off the beaten path that tourists aren't aware of. Problem is, it requires a car to do most of that stuff, unless you're willing to spend time on a city bus, which is another way to get around the island. But it just takes a long time because there's 100 stops,
Mm-hmm.
But my poor ass, I have no choice but to go to Hawaii on the cheap. And I don't want to rent a car because it costs a lot of money, first of all. But secondly, every hotel in Waikiki charges $35 to $45 a night to park a freaking car. So not only are you renting a car, now you got to pay for ridiculous parking plus all the gas.
No, man. Mike, that's the entire country, bro. And that's the only good thing about not having a rental on these trips. Because some places are 50. 36 to 50
a night.
So,
Jesus.
Yeah,
dude. So I've seen data before. Like you go look at prices to get into games. Let's say a Cincinnati Reds game in 1960, right? And so it was probably $1.50 to get in. Hot dog was a quarter, or whatever, or Coke was 10 cents. And then you look at prices at the Cincinnati Red Stadium today. Anyway, the point I'm making is you look at how inflation has affected prices to get into games over the years. The thing that has gone up the most by 500% is the effing parking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because they've turned it into a criminal activity. They get you on parking. Parking has gone up 500%, from 40 years ago to do stuff. So anyway, when I go to Hawaii, I'm probably just going to not rent a car. I'd rather take my time, ride the bus, and have money to have fun with my kids rather than spend half my damn budget on a freaking rental car, So there's that. Anyway, Rudy's in Denver. I'm here. We have cool breaking news right off the top.
Let's do it.
GC Services Roofing and Construction.
No.
They have closed the deal with the Thunderdomer. They begin work on Tuesday. I told you yesterday they had an agreement in place. Now it's done.
Right.
The hammers get to swinging or whatever they're going to do to the roof on Tuesday. So we have ourselves our first customer, our first Thunderdome customer because of our new roofing company, GC Services Roofing and Construction. They do residential, commercial, and they install solar. Namaste to that Thunderdomer for doing business with GC. But it's an easy decision because GC, he told me, the guy texted me, GC had the best rates. I love y'all, but I damn sure wasn't going to go. I'm not just going to go with him because Rudy J said so. They had the best deal. So, boom, everybody wins. Good times.
Well, I'll say this because I know the good man Russ listens every day.
Yeah.
I know what roofs cost, so I'm expecting 6 more months out of y'all.
Okay. There you go, GC. They're trying to make money, not break even on us. Maybe 3 more months guaranteed.
Yeah.
But if we get them one sold every month, I mean, I think we're doing our job, man. I think we're doing our job. Billy Morgan's in here. It's like $200 to park at Jerry World. Yeah, that's insanity. That's insanity. So I had a credential. I used to go up for home games back when the ticket had a real general manager and a real program director. Fuck yeah, said it. Back when we had guys that gave a shit about the ticket, they would get me Cowboys credentials every year. They gave a shit, but not 2 shits because they didn't get me parking. The Cowboys, no, it's not their fault. I'm kidding. The Cowboys turned us down for parking. They gave us a credential but parking was limited for the media. They turned us down. So I damn sure wasn't. And Peter was like, "Well, just pay to park and bring me the receipt and we'll compensate you." I didn't want to go through that bullshit. I found this little cheap ass motel, one of these little motels that you can rent by the hour in case Bob Kraft's in town,
Yeah.
And I would park at this little motel for $20, and the manager would drive you as close as you could get to the stadium, and just walk the rest. That's what I did. That I let the motel manager / drug dealer / pimp drop me off in front of Jerry World, and I saved a shit ton of money. Mm-hmm.
Well, I went to a game with one of my rich friends, and the thing about it is, if you have one of those little small RVs, you can actually, they have like an RV section, and you can pay like $150 for 2 days, which is, to me, was a deal.
Bad.
I didn't pay for it, but sleep in it, because it's obviously now you're getting a room and parking, and then you just get up and go to the game.
See. All right, get yourself
taken care of.
But he's
rich, so we stayed at a nice hotel. Then we went.
Oh, that worked. Yeah, he's rich. He ain't got no excuse.
He didn't have to worry about that.
So for us blue collar guys that can't spend $800 to park, and I need to have a collection of businesses that are Thunderdome friendly. I.e. regular dudes. Not that we've got dudes that have decent money that listen, but I think you know what I'm saying. If you need a roof. They cut no corners, but they're damn sure not as expensive as many of these others as GC Roofing and Construction. 210-347-0426 or gcservicesroofing.com. gcservicesroofing.com. All right. What else today? Have you seen I texted you this earlier. Did you see Jeremy Sohan's back?
I did. That was a sweet tattoo.
Dude went all Dak Prescott on his back, though. Remember Dak's leg, how Dak tricked his leg all up? Good Lord, look at that. That is amazing.
That
art, but I wouldn't do it because
I think, did he say how long? It had to be like a few different sessions.
I didn't read how long. Look at that. That's Jeremy Sohan. Good thing he didn't put a Spurs logo on there because it may not be a Spur long. Although I wouldn't mind him. Y'all don't take that the wrong way. I'm pro Jeremy Sohan, but in this uncertain world the Spurs are in, who knows who's going to be here one day to the next. All right, so I think that what I read was this tattoo artist that Jeremy used to do this back scene that we're now showing the viewer, in case you're a listener. This guy's in Waco, and I'm assuming that Jeremy had stuff done with him when he was at Baylor. It's a guy called Lefty Colbert. Yeah, that's amazing. Good. Lefty Colbert in Waco did this for Jeremy Sohan's back. Colbert posted this on his Instagram page and wrote, "Caught up with Jeremy Sohan this weekend and added some more work to his back. Love getting to catch up with our former Baylor basketball players." Yeah, it's up in Waco. Look at that. LG, what does corpo fachado mean? Corpo, I think that looks Latin.
Fuck if I know.
Corpo means body, I'll bet you. I think
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
I think corpo means body, like corpus. Corpus means body. What's corpo? Like the body or references a body?
I
Pretty
wouldn't. I only
badass.
have. How many tattoos y'all got?
Me, I've got 3.
0.
Oh, nice, LG. Protect the temple. I have one. I need him another one. It's a picture of my daughter.
Oh, I've not
Of my
seen this.
old.
I didn't know
Of
you
my
had that.
oldest. Of my oldest. But
Oh,
my 2 youngest are like, what the fuck, Dad?
yeah, I know. I guess you don't love
What?
second
Well, yeah.
hand-me-down kids.
I gotta get that shit figured out because every time I don't really walk around the house with my shirt off. Nobody wants to see that, but the rare time I do, I gotta hear their shit.
Dude, I've got one that I've tried to have removed. I think I told you this.
Which one is it? What does it say?
Oh, I would rather not discuss it. I don't know what I was
Oh,
thinking.
all right, yeah. Who cares?
Putting a
Move on.
nickname on my back like a dumbass.
Oh,
And yes, Jesus. Jesus in the chat is correct. If you want to see the tattoo I'm referencing, then join the chat, and Jesus already spilled it. Drew Show's in here with a $2 donation. Thank you, homie. Jeremy Sohan is all show and no go. Okay. I'm going to address that in a minute, but let me finish this point about my tat. I went to a place. I don't want to throw him under the bus. The guy told me it's not a guarantee. So I went to this place that does laser tattoo removal. And it
okay.
hurts. It fucking hurts. It feels
That
like
shit hurts.
it's like getting stung with a bunch of hornets at once. But it only lasts like 20 or 30 seconds. And that's it. I had 2 procedures to try to remove the tattoo. Didn't work. So I can either go to a different person who maybe they have better equipment or whatever, or I can come up with something cool to cover it up, like with my kids' names or something. You know, I'm proud.
I would go cover up over
Think so?
removal.
Cover up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I may do that. I've got this on my arm. It's hard to read on the screen because it's done in fine penmanship. It's real
What
thin.
does it say?
It says "Little Darling" with a sun underneath it. It looks real tacky, like a jailhouse tattoo. But what this is George Harrison of the Beatles handwriting. So if you Google George Harrison lyrics, "Here Comes the Sun," George has this famous where he wrote down with a pen the lyrics to "Here Comes the Sun." And anyway, blah blah blah. So my second born kid went and had "Here Comes the Sun" in George Harrison's penmanship written on right here in the same spot that I have mine, and underneath it, like if you Google George Harrison in his writing, he Googled a lot, like he was doodling a lot while he was writing. He kept drawing little suns, in the script or in the lyrics. So my kid went and got "Here Comes the Sun" with a little sun tattoo. So then my oldest daughter, she went and got "It's All Right" to show love for, sibling, which I thought was beautiful. I've got one kid, "Here Comes the Sun," and then "It's All Right." So I surprised them a few years ago, and I had "Little Darling," the next line to the song, written on my arm. You should have seen the looks on their faces when I called and said, "Look what Daddy just did." They're like, "Oh." Anyway.
Yeah,
So
Dad, you told us.
I love this one. I hate this one. I got a third one on my leg when I got in a fight when I was in the 8th grade, and the dude stabbed me with an ink pen. So I just have a dot. I have a dot in my thigh.
Damn.
Yeah, I've got lead in my thigh too that never went away. I had a real bad fight with a dude in the 8th grade, and the son of a bitch took a pen out and stabbed me in the leg. It stuck in my leg. And I just pulled it out, like, "You motherfucker!" And then, by then, teachers have broken it up. But to this day, this was 8th grade, so I was probably, how old are you in the 8th grade? 14, 13?
13.
To this day, I have a blue dot in my calf. I also
That can't be good.
I have a little bit of lead in my leg too. That can't be good.
What, you get shot?
No, I was spinning my back. I was walking to school one day, like in the 7th grade or whatever, little kid. I had my backpack. I was just spinning it like a jackass, and I hit my leg. Cow! I had a pencil in there that I guess I had just sharpened it the day before. The pencil went through the backpack, through my jeans, and into my damn leg. And to this day, I have lead in my leg. That can't be good either. Watch, I'll drop dead at like 60. That'll be lead poisoning from when I was 10.
Shit.
Drew Show with some more money up in here. $5 more. Y'all better match Drew Show. Don't be cheap. Don't let Drew Show be the only guy in here. It's free to subscribe to our YouTube page. But if you want to super chat us, you can shoot us a tip, and they're guaranteed to read. All I am saying is, can we get two-handed free throws in year 3? Y'all trade Jeremy in a second for P.J. Washington, Keldon's better Kentucky teammate. I like that P.J. Washington. That dude can play on my team.
Drew Show, Rick Barry shot free throws underhanded. Just win, baby.
He does everything else well. He's a jack of all trades. He's not great at anything, but he's not shitty at nothing. I like Jeremy Sohan. And he's got dog in him. Like you say, the Spurs need dog. Jeremy's got some dog in him. So there's that back. So what the hell's Corpo Fachado? I thought LG would look it up by now, but let's see.
And shout out to the Taylor family Mavericks tying the series up last night. I'm sure the group chat the group chat will be back up today. You know,
it's back up.
I figured they played well last night.
Yeah, they did. All right. The concept of Corpo Fachado, which translates literally as locked body is what that means, goes back to the ideas of Afro-Brazilian religious orientations. Okay, Fachado did seem kind of like, so I guess that's not Latin. I guess that's Portuguese. Yeah.
Portuguese.
Afro-Brazilian religious orientations, and describes a state in which the body is supposed to be made invulnerable with a series of rituals. Okay, then.
All right.
Okay, sure. You go, Jeremy Sohan. I don't know that he'll be back on the Spurs, but I would have no problem with Jeremy Sohan. I got room for him. I'd rather and this won't sit right with folks just because Keldon's a damn good scorer. I think I'd rather have Jeremy Sohan back than Keldon Johnson. You can find Keldon Johnsons. I need guys that play lockdown defense in the postseason, which we have seen matters as usual this year. You know,
I'm down with that.
Yep.
And I like Keldon as a person.
Yeah, I might like my daddy as a person, but I don't want him playing swing forward for the Spurs. You know. So Sohan, so did you know that there was a website called Inked NBA? The NBA has a website that talks about guys' tats. That's pretty cool.
I follow the NBA fashion page. It's called NBA League Fits. I like to see these idiots. Some of them are fly. Like I love Shai Gilgeous. I think LeBron is 1. Shai Gilgeous is 2. I'd probably go Westbrook 3.
I'm looking at these pictures. So you have a bull, some I guess maybe angels, women, female.
It's that it's some universe shit. And I'm sure there'll be a post about this tattoo, and everybody will say he's Illuminati. And everybody will say he's Illuminati.
Oh, okay. Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah,
he's a spy for Poland.
Yeah, you know how these people are. They break down all this shit. Is that Mary and Jesus at the bottom?
Maybe. I think it's supposed to just represent women. That may be Mary, yeah, and that may be that's like an angel on the right shoulder. So here's what he told Inked NBA. Says, so I got inspired by this one painter I saw in a gallery, and his painting showed a woman giving birth and holding up her kid while there was 2 midwives above, like guarding or protecting them. All my life, women have been very supportive and significant in my life. My mom, aunties, and grandmas always took care of me. So he's the typical dude who's paying homage to all the women that took care of him while dad was out doing God knows what. You know,
yeah.
You know how it goes.
The two things. That one thing on the right looks like a Decepticon.
I was thinking like one of those statues in that Easter Island, way the hell out in the middle of the
Yeah, that's
ocean.
what it. Yeah, that's probably
Yeah.
what it is.
That's crazy. Or maybe
Anywho,
some Brazilian god. Anyway, so that's cool. Jeremy's an eclectic dude. He's a different dude. He's a little goofy, honestly. But it's harmless goofiness, from what I see. You need a
yeah,
guy like Jeremy Sohan. He brings character to your room. That goes back to what you said about the Spurs now having to kind of evolve here.
yeah.
Can't be a bunch of robots in that locker room. You have to have some character.
So the night he was drafted, I
Yeah.
watched the draft. I watched the draft at the Spurs practice facility, and they made him available to us on Zoom.
Uh-huh.
And me, I don't give a shit. I was like, "Hey, man, how's your accent go over with the ladies?" He ran from that shit. He was like,
Really?
He ran from it. I was like, "Dude, where you running from?" I guess he got a lady or something.
Oh, shit.
I don't know, but he ran from that shit. Everybody in the rooms, the Express News guys are looking at me like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, "I don't give a shit. I don't know this dude. We're just having fun." What am I going to ask him? Are you going to be able to rebound? Do you have to gain weight? Like, I don't want to answer those stupid type of questions.
Right. No one gives a shit. Yeah, I know. F the beat writers. F them. I pay their fucking
Anywho,
salary as a subscriber to that paper, so to hell with them. You got to have some character in your room, and this kid brings character. But more importantly, he brings a pretty good all-around basketball game. And I'm looking forward to seeing him in another year of progression, not having to worry about running the stupid point guard. So he won't have that on his shoulders this year. He can just go out there and do what he does best and just be a junkyard dog on the court for the Spurs. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
All right, man. Y'all want to do some punches? Let's do some punches. Punches brought to us by Law Office of Orlando Kell. The official family lawyer is Orlando Kell. You want to go first today? Who you punching?
I got nothing.
Okay, well, I do have
I'm in
something.
I'm in a good mood. But shout out to Orlando Kell. We really appreciate you. Sometimes unfortunate things happen, and Orlando's your guy that can make it happen, especially if you're a guy. So it's because I don't have a
Indeed.
punch, I will give extra love, extra love to Orlando. I can stay in Denver a few more days, but I appreciate you, Orlando. Keep doing what you do. Thunderdome, keep getting divorced.
That's right. Subscribe to our channel, tip us, and make sure you get divorced and support our sponsors.
That's fucked up. Who you punching?
So you mentioned my family thread.
Uh-oh.
No. So what got? Yeah, I got. So I turned the phone off. I'll tell my kids good night and I'll turn my phone off. That's normally how I do it. I woke up to 30 something. 30
Of
some odd.
course you did.
Yeah.
Of course you did.
But no shit talking to me.
Okay.
It was just how awesome we are and stuff. The thing that came up though, mostly that has us all laughing together, is I'm not confirmed who this was. I'm assuming it was a reporter who had it up on his laptop, maybe. Punched the dumbass who left the porno going during the Luka Doncic post-game press conference last night.
I saw that. I was up. I saw that.
Yes.
That's exactly. We heard something very similar to that last night. So it's all serious.
It was moaning. It was a female moaning.
Yeah, the Mavs just won a game, and Luka's he's all tired, and they're all basketball this and basketball that, and one guy's asking a question. All of a sudden, you hear and the look on Luka's face was effing priceless.
You know what Luka's face? Luka's face was like, dude, who didn't turn off my phone? Like Luka heard them. Luka thought somebody had got his browser history.
Damn. You ever had porn up and your wife walks in and you click off, but you accidentally leave the audio stays on your phone? That's always fun.
Never.
So punch the jackass in Oklahoma City last night that had the porn go over.
But that's when you have an addiction.
Right.
Dude, you're at work.
Right. You're watching the game, watching porn. Get the fuck out of here with that.
You're at work, bro. Men. And not only that way, they're in Oklahoma. Well, porn isn't banned in Oklahoma. It's like how ours is on our Texas browsers because of Greg Abbott.
Right. I know. Yeah, well, I have found some loopholes. I found
you
some
found
holes.
some sites.
Yeah, but I don't want to reveal it because I don't want them to crash. So they get run out of business by the tight asses that run the state of Texas. All right, before we move on,
Pornhub owns a lot of shit, don't they?
I know. I've found an underground site. I can share it with you if you need.
No. I'm good right now. I just watching my home until we fix
your
this.
Home videos.
I just watch my home videos until we get this fixed.
Time out. I need 20.
I'm kidding, dog. I'm a comedian. My wife left the room, so she ain't hearing this.
Okay. I was going to ask you to send me a link to that.
Shit. Nobody needs to see that shit. Nobody needs to see that shit.
I thought you wanted to go viral, man. Where's your show commitment? I thought you were all in.
Dude,
we're not fake all in like the Cowboys. We're real all in.
We would lose 300 subscribers and all our sponsors.
I think we'd get 1,000. We'd get 10,000 subscribers, though. We wouldn't need no damn sponsors. or we'd have Pornhub be our sponsor. All right. Before we go on, let me just say, so for anybody that might be watching our show for the first time, we have so we don't get sued, we have no control on what is said in the chat.
Yeah.
LG monitors it, but I'm sure that if someone actually posted something that was too much, LG would delete it, which I don't think he's ever had to delete anything to this point. But don't test him, because I don't want to delete people. So Bino Udra, but y'all remember Bino Udra? He's been made to look like a Mexican chaser in our chats today.
What do you mean?
Well, Ruben busted out. Ruben says, pretty sure Bino Udra got the most Mexican pizza in San Antonio.
Was Bano running through San Antonio? I didn't know that.
And then Matt replies, Bano was clapping cheeks from Southtown to Leon Springs. And then Mario decides to throw poor Rasho Nesterovich under the bus. Bano and Rasho tagged up to love them and leave them. That's funny. I just want to make sure that is we don't condone every tweet, every text that gets put on there. So don't.
But we'll read it. But we'll read it.
I'm protecting myself by reading it.
Yeah.
I don't see any problem with it.
I don't either. I mean, I don't either. Unless I don't either. If Rasho Nesterovich wants to come on and challenge that, or Bano Udra, go right ahead.
Well, dude, there were NBA players, single NBA players. Yes, they were running through the city. I know plenty of dudes from the late 90s up to now. I don't know anything about these new cats, but
yeah, I used to see Roger Mason Jr. with a different girl every night at a different club every night.
Shit,
he was running through them.
Good for Mason.
Yeah, they're NBA players. That's what they do. They clap cheeks.
You think every time he made some new cheeks clap, he did that bit he did when he made threes where he'd do the gun and like pop his leg with it?
I would.
Roger Mason.
What else you do?
Why not?
Yeah.
What you being
handed? They're NBA.
Man.
Oh no, my wife.
Share with class, sir.
Just some coffee.
Oh, look at that beautiful lady. Handed him coffee.
Showing me her boobs and stuff, trying to distract me.
Nina comes in here naked sometimes. Just
yeah. Like, put your damn clothes on.
2 times.
You got my one round this week. I'm tapped out.
You get one a week. You only get to go to the firing range once a week. Post 40.
He needs an IV.
Maybe you need a partner. Have you gotten to that point yet? Maybe you need like a once a week backup.
No, so she
maybe
told me,
like,
I missed that window. She said that window. So we started officially dating January 2002.
Okay.
The window for extras was like till June of that year
at the same time.
Man. Oh, because y'all weren't y'all were just kind of in lust at that
window,
point, not in love.
That window is long past, brother. There ain't gonna be nobody else in here.
Oh,
that ain't happening. I missed that window. It's all good though.
Unless it's a girl, then you're cool with it. I'm sure you'll for her you'll sacrifice, right? If it's a girl.
Man. I'm not watching. No, I'm not watching anybody else take mine to Pound Town. That's not a threesome. That's a train.
Correct. Yeah. Rudy is on record that it's okay for girls,
Two
but not
girls,
boys.
two girls, one guy. That's a
Yeah.
threesome. Two
Jesus
guys
is
and one
fine with
girl.
that, right?
That's a
Yeah.
train.
Yeah.
Not happening.
Jesus is fine with that former, not the latter.
Yeah. No, we're not doing that.
Geez. All right. Poor Orlando.
Sorry,
All right,
Orlando.
so did you decide to start swinging and it ruined your marriage? Call Orlando Kell. 210-775-4995, or you can email him at orlandokell@gmail.com. LG,
What
you got
is up with
anybody you
this
need to punch
screen?
today, or are we passive? We passive LG today, not aggressive.
I want to punch Big Baby Glenn Davis and Will Bynum and the 18 other NBA players who decided to commit fraud against the NBA's health insurance program. These guys are making millions of dollars, and they got to file fake dental reports to get freaking payments from NBA.
Yeah.
Like,
Great punch, LG.
Shit.
Great punch, dude.
So Big Baby Glenn Davis got 40 months in federal prison.
Damn.
18 for Will Bynum. They're the only two out of the 18 NBA players that got prison time.
Damn.
Dude, 40
it's a freaking
months
organized crime ring.
Yeah, that's mafia shit.
40 months is a long time, dog. 40
in federal prison, yes.
Let me tell you this. 12 hours is a long time. Let alone 40 months.
How would you know? Oh, yeah, that time you got yanked off the boat that time in Florida.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
The ringleader was Terrence Williams. Who'd he play for? I don't remember that name.
I remember
a bunch of people that weren't players, too. Keon Dooling was also involved.
Okay, yeah. I'm pulling this up.
Like, dude, you got massive contracts. Even if you're a rookie, you get paid well. You know, like, even if you're a spare on the bench, you get paid pretty well. And
but hold up, a lot of them dudes are broke, LG.
Yeah, because they don't know, they don't have, they don't have financial responsibility like Allen Iverson.
Right. Yeah, Allen. Shout out to Allen's team. Allen's team saw him. They were like, "Damn, did y'all see he just got another Rolls Royce? What should we do? Let's tell Reebok to hold $50 million back until he turns 55. He'll thank us later." You know what I'm saying? That's a true financial team right there, because they saw Allen was, there's some great stories about Allen Iverson walking into a club and literally buying everyone there a bottle and multiple rolls and multiple chains. His team was like, "Oh no, we're gonna put some money aside till he's 55," and now he's gonna be fine.
Andre Iguodala he's now one of the leaders of the union now. Y'all remember Andre Iguodala?
Yeah,
love Iguodala.
He's the executive director of the Players Association. And he actually, before the sentencing, he asked the judge to go easy on Big Baby, basically saying that Big Baby got caught up. He's a good dude. He didn't realize the severity of what he was doing, stealing from our fund. So Iguodala told the judge, "On behalf of all of our members, past and present, I respectfully ask you to consider Glenn's accomplishments and the positive impact he's had. I recognize the seriousness of the matter and appreciate the thoroughness of the process and ask for leniency." And then Big Baby addressed the judge, too, before the sentencing and told her, quote, "When I lost basketball, I lost myself." Happens a lot.
He went through some shit. He's been, but still.
But he wrote, "I ask you, Your Honor, please help me get back to who I am." And she's like, "Yeah, cool. You can get some. I'll help you get back to who you are. You can. You can sign up for the free therapy while you're in fucking Leavenworth.
You can find
40
yourself
months
in prison. That's for sure.
Yeah, fuck off.
Plenty of time to think about.
That's right. Guy's 38 years old, and you don't. At 20, okay, cool. Maybe we're lenient. At 38, fuck off. Go get some therapy and figure out who you are while you're locked up." He stole insurance money from his own union. I lost myself. Lots of guys don't know what to do after they get done playing. They don't do shit like that. Fuck off with that. Yeah. That's worse than what Nate was doing. Nate Newton was selling pot. Nate got caught up in debt and had too many houses and given too many dumbass people money and buying too many $6,000 bottles of bourbon or whatever. And Nate wound up slinging weed and got popped. But Nate was just selling dope. He was selling weed to weed heads. This son of a bitch stole from the union. That's robbery. That's all he was doing. That's worse. Yeah, way worse. Tex-Mex Frank with a super chat. $4.99. Thank you, Max. Or Tex or Frank. I turn up my multi-Bluetooth speakers when I listen to the show. Lady who cleans my home probably thinks I watch Cochinos after Mike threw out the moans earlier. Well, shit. You know what? She ain't going to complain. She's probably happy to have a job. You hoping you don't.
Wow. Old Tex-Mex
rat
Frank
her
got
out.
a maid, huh? What does Tex-Mex Frank do for a living? I can't afford a maid.
You know, all he tells me is it's insurance. That's all I've been told.
So he's Big Baby Davis. I'm kidding, Tex-Mex.
All I know is that he spends 2 weeks a month down in Mexico. I don't know what he does down there, but that's what Frank does.
2 weeks.
I've tried to hang out with Frank lately. The last couple of times, I'm like, hey, man, you want to grab a beer? No, I'll be in Mexico for the next 2 weeks. Okay.
Oh, he's bringing back the Mexican Viagra and selling it on the streets.
I don't have
mad
any.
at him.
I'm just kidding, Frank. We're just making up shit. We're just making up stuff.
Yeah.
All right, y'all
Shout
want
out to Orlando.
Y'all want to jump into some entertainment news?
Yeah.
LG and I need to have a pre-show meeting or a post-show meeting about how to throw it. Normally on the old days, I just gave the time, but 95% of our viewers don't watch us in real time. So how should I throw to entertainment news? I mean, we paid Big Balls Pat to give us that kick-ass intro.
You can just say it's time for entertainment news.
Yeah, but then it's repetitive.
Well, it was repetitive before on the show.
No, I would just
change
the time.
Was the time of day.
I would give a time check. It's 9:36 on In the Building. You know, let's try it that way for now until we find out something better. It's 9:36 on In the Building.
Now, live from In the Building, a guy's favorite segment. Entertainment. My God, there's two of them now. Here they are, Rudy Jay and Mike Taylor.
All right. Thank you, Big Balls Pat.
Before you get to yours, I have one from entertainment news. Have you been paying attention to Shaq and Shay Shay beefing on the internet?
Shaq's now beefing with Shay Shay?
Yeah, Shaq and Shannon Sharp been going back and forth. I don't know where it originally started, but
Is
Shaq
it made up or is it legit? I'm getting tired of these fake beefs.
No, it seemed legit. Shaq had a long post to Shay Shay last night. Like, hey, I know what you did to get where you are.
Whoa.
You let Skip Bayless talk crazy to you. I got more money than you. I was a better player than you. You watch how you talk to me or I'll expose your ass. I guess the conversation came up about Shannon. Everybody likes to give Shaq shit that he didn't take care of his body and this and that. And Shaq's like, still got 4 rings and 3 MVPs. Like Kobe can talk to me like that. Not you, Shay Shay. So yeah, those two been beefing. So that's my contribution. Okay. Catch up with it after the show. That's my contribution to entertainment news.
All the beefs going on these days. Hell, I can't keep up with all of them.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Uh-oh. She walking around naked in the room?
No. No.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Do you need 5 minutes?
No, 2.
Okay.
If it was that, it's 2. No, I'm good.
Well, if you switch positions and take a breath, you can get another 60 seconds.
Yeah, I never believed in, think about your dad's ass. That's stupid. Why would I want to think about my dad's ass when I'm, think about something else.
Baseball.
Wait,
I'm saying,
Wait, what?
Yeah, I've always been an urban legend. Why don't you think about something else?
Yeah, but not your dad's. Of all the things, your dad's ass.
Yeah, I just threw something out there.
You know what I do?
But you got me.
It works for me. I roll through old Spurs rosters, or like old Rangers rosters, or I run through the Cowboys offensive 19.
So you're still thinking about a man,
right?
I don't get that.
If I think about a naked woman that's in front of me, that defeats the purpose.
True.
I rode through lineups. Like, no bullshit. I'll be like, Pudge Rodriguez, Rafael Palmeiro, Michael Young, Alfonso Soriano.
That is so strange.
No shit. In my head, I'll do that. Yeah. Or I'll like. Okay, what years did the Cowboys win the Super Bowl? Okay, 70, 75, 78. Okay.
I can see that.
92, 93, 95. I'll do that shit. And I'll run through I'll picture like Dion running back an interception. But I can only do that for so long. By the time Dion gets to the end zone and does the happy dance, I'm, you know. So it does work for me on occasion. But if I have had just enough booze, though, I know I'm good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get that light drunk phase where you're tipsy, you're rolling, so you're a little numb, but you're not too drunk.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Then
sometimes it's okay. Sometimes it's like too much.
You say Pound Town? Why you get tired? Like, hurry up already.
Yeah, like come on, man. Anyway, entertainment news.
I forget how here on her phone like this, waiting for you to hurry up.
Never, never.
All right, entertainment news presented by Empire Courier and Civil Process. Richard and Terry. They find them and they serve them. And I was told this morning. Yesterday I mentioned that Empire Courier and Civil Process is a statewide function. I was wrong.
It's nationwide.
Nationwide, yes. They have contacts all over America. By the way, Richard, I am going to Hawaii in a few weeks. Just saying, if you need me to serve a motherfucker in Honolulu,
you stupid.
I will work for the team. As long as I don't get shot, though. I can't get beaten up. I can't get beaten up. Now, Richard's had some time serving folks. So there was this time that Richard showed up to serve, I think it was divorce papers. And he's green-lighted me to tell this story publicly. I had to ask him because this is... So he shows up. So for those that don't know, a big part of what they do at Empire Courier and Civil Process is they serve folks. Divorce notices, repos, eviction notices, you've been sued, all this kind of thing. So Richard showed up to serve divorce papers. Knocks on the door. Wife answers. He lives on the property in a trailer out back. He's not allowed to be in the house. So they're estranged, but I guess he ain't got nowhere to go. So she let his ass stay in some trailer they got parked out back. But she wanted him out of there. So she had divorce drawn up. So Richard's like, oh, okay. So Richard goes back to his car, to make a record of, okay, I found the person. He's in a trailer in the backyard. While Richard was doing that, the dude in the trailer blows his head off while Richard's parked in the car out front. And then Richard got a call, don't go back there, abort mission. The guy just offed himself. Didn't want to get served. Well, he made it easier on her, a hell of a lot cheaper.
And boom goes the dynamite.
He saved her a lot of paperwork. So he loved her all the way to the end.
So death do us part.
Yep, and Sancho came in the door the next day, probably. So that's a horrible. It's not always that horrible. Normally it goes well. Here's another fun fact about Empire Courier and Civil Process. They actually, they served my first ex-wife with papers that I had drawn up.
You're lying.
Swear to God. I didn't know this till 2 weeks ago.
Dude.
Yeah, man.
It's funny how the universe works, huh?
This town.
So this company, Richard and Terry, served your first wife's divorce papers.
Years before I even knew there was a Richard and Terry.
Wow.
Or they were Thunderdome or anything like that, yeah.
Damn. Ain't that some shit? Well, shout out to Empire Courier and Civil Process.
Yes, I'm a former client. Now I'm a pitch man. How about that? Yes, Civil Process, state and nationwide. People locate mobile notary, courier. So they do courier work. They find folks that are missing. And a lot of times,
notary too. Sometimes you need a notary public. They
right. Yeah. They'll come to the house and do it. They'll meet you. They'll come to your house and just do it on your front porch. Yeah, mobile notary service. Yeah. JBCC certified civil process service. It is Richard and Terry Ramos. you can call Richard directly at 889-1643, or you can email them, RR as in Richard Ramos, RREmpire at mac.com. All right, Mantertainment. I just talked about Dana White the other day. I said that I was thinking about giving UFC another chance just because I heard a podcast that Dana White was on with my boy Bill Maher, and Dana White came off as very impressive to me. I was impressed with him. And
I like Dana. I don't agree with all of his takes, but I like Dana White.
Same. Yeah. He's a man's man. So he put a funny post out a few days ago. He was in New York City, and he was just kind of cruising down the street, and he saw this FedEx driver putting packages into the truck, and he was shooting them like Steph Curry, shooting packages. Just literally shooting them, people's mail. And so Dana White post a video, and he said he recorded this guy shooting throwing the fucking packages. And Dana goes, FedEx, we'll get your shit there, but we'll fuck it up. My boy don't give a fuck. He was just laughing, ha, 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 ha. Well, FedEx saw the video. And this young man who was shooting the packages into the truck, his ass has been terminated. FedEx has released a statement. Dana White got his ass
get your
fired.
Fucking shine box.
Damn, Dana.
That's brutal. FedEx released a statement last night. The behavior depicted in the video is unacceptable and inconsistent with the professionalism FedEx demonstrates every day. We're committed to treating our customers' packages with the utmost care. This driver is no longer providing service for our company as a result of the behavior. That's tough.
Well, you can't be throwing people's shit that they spent their hard-earned money on. So
I understand, but you're also Dana White, and when you post, the world's going to see that shit. So don't you need to be more careful if you're a big celebrity like that?
No.
Because you have weight, man. I mean, the guy deserves. He can't be shooting folks. He can't be shooting folks packages like that into the truck. Damn. I mean, FedEx had no chance. They had no choice but to shit can the guy. It's unfortunate. Jeez. Another $5 by Drew Show. Thank you, Drew Show. All right, y'all remember the other day.
And that FedEx job, that's a good job, man.
I know.
That's a good job. Them dudes make money, man. So
yeah, I know.
Damn.
Unfortunate.
Get your unemployment, dog.
Yeah, good luck on making the rent payment. It's New York City, too. It's the most expensive city in the country to live in. I don't know where he lives. I'm assuming he lives in the city. I don't know, unless he's
It's not LA? I thought it was.
He's in Jersey.
I just saw something on Instagram where it said LA is the most unaffordable place in America.
Oh, well, it's either that or New York City or Honolulu or San Francisco, one of those four.
Yeah, true.
San Diego, I think, is top 5. It's San Diego, LA, New York, San Francisco, and Honolulu, I want to say. Yeah. Thank you. Drew Show's donating money today. And Frank, thank you, Frank. You get credit, too. Charlie, is that like Dog the Bounty Hunter? No, Richard's not Dog the Bounty Hunter. The bounty hunter would literally arrest guys and take them to the jail, guys that had warrants. He don't do that. Richard simply gives you...
Those are guys that skip bail. Yeah, it's different. Yeah, that's
guys
different.
on the run.
Skipping bail and shit, that's totally different.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
Richard just gives you papers. He's just here. He's a delivery man. And a lot of the people that Richard works for are attorneys. Lawyers that need someone to handle this kind of stuff that don't have the manpower, don't want to deal with it. That's where Richard comes in. He's super helpful to attorneys' offices. But no, he ain't serving bounties. He's serving papers. All right.
Yeah.
My man Tom Selleck. Remember I threw TMZ under the bus? He did an interview with CBS the other day and was joking about if they do go ahead and cancel Blue Bloods, he may have to move from his ranch that he owns in California. He was kidding. It was clearly tongue-in-cheek when he told the reporter this, because I watched the interview. Then the next day, all you see all over the media, Tom Selleck going broke, Tom Selleck having money problems, Tom Selleck in danger of losing ranch. No, again, that's the shit we live in today with the bullshit that gets put in the media, in this gotcha world we live in this gotta-be-first bullshit. 95% of the media in this town is full of crap. they falsely report that Tom Selleck, is going broke. And all it takes is one dumbass in the media to see that and run with it. And all the others, they don't watch the interview. They're just simply copying what they saw the other media outlet write. Ooh, TMZ wrote he's going poor. We better do something on it too. Because we don't want to get
what
left
they
behind.
say, Mike. They say a lie makes it across the world before the truth can get started.
Well said, Grandpa. I love that. Bullshit. So Tom Selleck's come out and he's had to come out and say, okay, guys, I was just joking.
I'm fine.
Tom Selleck. I'm rich. I'm good. Not losing my ranch. I was joking. Probably never do a fucking interview again because you can't trust anybody. Unfortunate. God almighty. All right, what else? Brian Wilson, co-founder of the Beach Boys. Not doing well. If we still did Celebrity Death Watch, I would probably call dibs on Brian Wilson, the founding member of the Beach Boys. A judge has ordered that he has to have a conservatorship. He is not mentally capable of handling his own affairs. And so I think his two agents are like lawyers or representatives. One of the, all these celebrities have been granted, because Brian's wife died, I think late last year, maybe early this year. She was his conservator. And when she died, the family got super worried. Who's going to take care of dad? The kids we can help, but we don't have we don't have anything on paper legally that says we're in charge of his money. And so finally they got that taken care of. That's sad. That's one of the sad things about getting old and kind of losing it. Pull back the curtain a little bit here. So I'm in the process of becoming power of attorney over my mom. My mom, her capacity to make her own decisions. Y'all haven't heard me mention Grandma Becky in a while. She's getting on. And Grandma Becky, I've got her in I think I've said this before. I got my mama in an assisted living facility up in Fort Worth.
No, I didn't know that.
And that the problem with that is, so what happened? I told them she let her be in charge of her money. That's fine, as long as I got her in the place. It's a decent place. She hates it, but it is what it is. But then all of a sudden now she's lost her debit card. I'm like, what you mean you lost your debit card? I don't know where my debit card is. Did you have it with you when you got to the deal? So we had to start this long process trying to find this woman's debit card, make sure no one stole it, blah, 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 blah. Long story short, I've had to go through this process of having that card deleted. Of course, I mean, you can't just call and say, I need someone's card deleted if you're not that person. My mom doesn't really have the capacity to do that on her own. So I've had to go through this long ass process, working with the people that work at my mom's facility, sweet people. Everyone I've dealt with has been nothing but great. So we're working it where I can, because now all of a sudden, like her dues are fine. I'm helping take care of that, but she ain't got no spending money because she don't know where her damn debit card. Anyway, I'm working to get my mom's power of attorney. She ain't got no money. She gets a little bit of money from the government. She gets a little bit of money from her ex-husband who died because she got his pension, which I think's about to run out. Anyway, it's a pain in the ass, and it's part of having older parents, and my mama now is on up in years, and Big Mike's in great shape, knock on wood. My dad's in better shape than I am. Shit.
Yeah.
But I'm in the process of getting power of attorney with my mama. So for those people will ask me from time to time, how's Grandma Becky doing? Touches my heart. She's fine. I need to get up there and see her. Anyway, so Brian Wilson now has to have a conservatorship because that dude's got a lot of money. And you know how this goes when these rich celebrities, these rich people get up near death and shit. All of a sudden, cousins you ain't heard from in 10 years, long lost step kid. Everybody wants their money. It's bullshit.
I think Beach Boys were just here last year.
Not with Brian Wilson. He doesn't tour with.
They
broke up. They split off. It's not. It's Beach Boys, not Brian. Although one of them died though.
Yeah.
Who died?
I don't know the Beach Boys like that.
Died. Somebody got died. I forget who.
Anyway.
All right, that's it. There's some entertainment news today. All right. Show also brought to you in part by the Ribaldo Realty Group. I have bought and sold 3 homes in my life. I can tell you right now that of all the people that you deal with when buying or selling a home, or even thinking about buying or selling a home, with all the people you deal with, the by far most important person is your agent. They are the quarterback in this whole thing. So make sure you got the right agent. And the official real estate agent of In the Building is our guy, Jay Ribaldo at Ribaldo Realty Group. He's our dude. So for you homeowners, or a lot of people have houses that they rent out, there's a lot of empty houses sitting around that people have for sale. Just keep in mind, until you sell it, you're still in control of a house. And we got summer kicking in now. It's starting to get hot. So make sure that the AC system's up to speed, roof and gutters are taken care of, the exterior maintenance, especially if you're trying to sell a house, you got to keep the damn thing looking purty. That's today's reminder from the Ribaldo Realty Group. It's like trying to sell a car. If it's dirty, ain't nobody going to buy it. It's funny how that works. Keep your house looking good and you'll sell it quick. It's Jay Ribaldo. 887-1081, 887-1081.
What up, Jay?
Jay Ribaldo at KW.com. All right, what else today? I saw where Patrick Beverly got 4 games suspension for his bullshit the other night in the Milwaukee game.
Yeah, well, didn't he hit a lady with the ball that he threw in the stands?
He chucked it at her, real hard, like passed it as hard as he could. And then was an asshole to a female reporter in the locker room. Or was that, do you subscribe to my podcast? Well, then you can't ask me a question.
Well, she worked for ESPN. She works for ESPN, and ESPN has banned Patrick Beverly from coming on any because he does a lot of work on ESPN during the off season. Right. They banned his ass for doing that to that lady. Yeah, they banned his ass.
That dude's got a career as a commentator. He could be like
Absolutely.
Draymond Green or somebody. But he's going to screw it up by being a jackass like this. But here's the bullshit with the NBA. If the Bucks had won that series, he ain't getting suspended. Same reason why Jamal Murray didn't get suspended for throwing things onto the court.
Well, they would have suspended Patrick Beverly because he ain't Jamal Murray, and the Bucks could still win a game without him.
There's that too. Yeah, superstar factor, and because the Bucks aren't playing any playoff games, he's been suspended 4 games. You can't be throwing balls like that. Yeah, in the regular season. Had the Bucks won, they would have suspended him regular season games, or they wouldn't have suspended him at all. He would have got a stern warning because the NBA can't have good players missing playoff games. Yeah, they really care about the fans. Just don't do it during the playoffs. Yeah, bullshit. Right. Thoughts on the playoffs last night?
Good win for the Mavs. Good win for the Mavs. I want to see if Denver can keep this series going because if Denver loses tonight, it's over. They ain't coming back from 3-0.
No,
and in Minnesota, that crowd's gonna be rocking in Minnesota. So they got their hands full tonight. So I'll be looking forward to see if Denver and Mike Malone, really, I'm looking to see what Mike Malone's gonna do to get his offense going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I bet Denver finds a way tonight. I bet Denver finds a way.
I hope so. I wanted to see a good series. I thought this was going to be a good series, but I don't know. We're going to see.
I thought it was going to go 7, but hell, Minnesota wins the first 2 games in Denver. Shit.
In Denver.
You look at Minnesota as one of these upstart teams that's young and coming up.
That's why I thought they still had dues to pay. I thought they still had dues to pay.
They might not.
They ready.
They may not pay any dues. By the way, speaking of dues, I don't know if Mike Budenholzer is watching this show, but if somebody knows Coach Bud, can y'all get him a message for me? Don't do it, Bud. Don't do it.
The Phoenix job?
He's the number 1 candidate for the Phoenix job. That's gonna cost him his career. He'll last 2 seasons. He'll get fired. KD will be playing for the Mavericks. Bradley Beal will be retired because his ass can't get healthy. And they'll have Devin Booker and 11 piles of dog shit in Phoenix. That's a bad job, Mike. Now, if Mike hadn't had a head coaching job before, I would say go ahead and take it because you don't turn down head coaching jobs if you've never had one. Coach Bud will get another offer. He will. Surprised he didn't get one this past season, but he took the year off after the Bucks did him dirty. Fired his ass 2 years ago. Or last year, and the new guy didn't make it to the All-Star break. They're bringing in Doc Rivers. Milwaukee screwed up.
Went home first round.
Milwaukee screwed up firing Mike Budenholzer, and the whole world knows it, and they know it too. I hope Bud does not take that Phoenix job. So that's my. Please don't do it, Bud, unless you just bored and you want to ruin your career. Go for it and go right ahead. Go right ahead. All right. Y'all want to see what a $6,000 bottle of booze looks like? You still got them pictures from yesterday, LG, that I sent you? Look at that. Bam. All right. Now, they have everything at Texas Cheer. But they just want to show this bad boy off here today. That right there.
They do have, I say they have the best selection of allocations for you bourbon hunters. Now, you bourbon hunters, you're not going to be, this is what I'll say. They have a great selection of allocations for bourbon drinkers that drink it. Now, if you're a bourbon hunter and you're just looking to get over on Texas Cheer Liquor and go resell it, that's not the store for you. But if you're a guy that likes to, or a woman that likes to collect bourbon for drinking it and for when you have special occasions, you got your buddies over, you're showing off, you're having some cigars, there's not going to be a better place for the bourbon allocations than Texas Cheer Liquor. But you have to pay. But it's there.
$6,000. Now
you're not going to have to stand in line for 3 days to try and get one.
That's right. Now, he's got $20 bottle of Southern Gentleman in there, too. But if you want some OFC, Old Fashioned Copper by E.H. Taylor.
Right.
A distillery that broke ground in 1870. State-of-the-art distillery of its era featured copper fermentation vats, column stills, and a first-of-its-kind steam heating system. And this bottle comes from that very vat that was built in 1870. And it's also, look at the year on that bad boy, 1996. Last time the Cowboys won a championship. It's vintage.
How about them Cowboys?
I don't know where the hell AD got that, but he's got it for sale if y'all want it at $6K. And you get 5% off that thing if you mention in the building. So you get 5% off. That's a lot of money when you're spending 6 G's. That means something.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's Texas Cheer Liquor. All 7 locations in this city will give you a 5% discount when you mention in the building. All right? All right. The show also brought to you in part by Slackers, the official studio home of this show. The real A-Rom's in here with an interesting tweet today. The NBA is watered down. Rudy Gobert now has 4 Defensive Player of the Year awards. Joker now has won 3 MVPs. He says, I'm bothered because it's messing with the legacies of the early 2000s NBA when the league was in its prime. Joker's not better than Duncan, yet Tim only got 2 MVPs. Primetime Shaq didn't get that many. Kobe didn't win 3 MVPs. KG didn't win 3 MVPs. He's saying that I guess he's trying to cheapen Joker's 3 MVPs and Rudy Gobert's 4 Defensive Player of the Years. Interesting.
Well, are we sure he's not a better basketball player than Tim Duncan? Are we sure about that?
We're sure about that right now, but I'm also sure that he's on his way to being mentioned in the same category as Tim Duncan for sure. Jokic is unstoppable.
No, he's not better than Tim.
He's not the defender Tim he was. He will never be.
We ring count. He's got a long way to go. He's about 4 short, no matter how many MVPs he wins.
Right. Yeah. So JJ Redick also said yesterday that he thinks that the league's watered down a little bit. But he also said it was watered down when Mike came in too. He was just saying that the NBA ebbs and flows.
JJ and LeBron are geniuses. They set up that podcast to get JJ Redick the Laker job. And then LeBron is JJ's assistant coach. It was I didn't see it at the time.
Yeah.
But it was genius. JJ Redick will be your next coach of the Los Angeles Lakers.
Redick was saying that Mike came in the mid-'80s, the league was kind of watered down. Then when the league then the league got apex 95 to 2010. That was the greatest moment in the history of the NBA. But I ain't gonna sit up here and cheapen Jokic.
No.
JJ also saying LeBron's the best player ever because he wants to gig. Maybe so. That's real smart, LeBron. Go bring in another guy who's never coached before.
Love y'all.
I love y'all, man. Hey, safe travels. How long is the drive?
40.
Oh, okay, so it's not terrible.
Yeah.
You ain't driving probably. Someone picking you up?
No. Yes. Right, come on.
Enjoy the Air Force Academy.
I'll see you. I'll be in touch with y'all over the weekend, so we can figure out next week.
Have a great weekend. Rudy's got duties. He's got to get on the road and head out to Air Force Academy. I want a full report.
Peace.
on the Air Force Academy on Monday. All right, cool. Love y'all hard. Share this show. Support this show. Subscribe for free, damn it. Love y'all hard. See you in here on Monday.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers and listeners like you. Thank you.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.